we're super excited. Good morning. Good morning. We've got Matt Stewart. We've got Frank Crandall. Randy Bird is in the house. How you doing, brother?
Krista Mashore.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Well, hey, let's go ahead and get started. Everyone is super excited. So, Krista, thank you so much for carving out time to join us today. If you could first tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. I have been in real estate for 23 years. Yeah, 23 years. I'm an old lady. So don't judge me. I've been in it for a long time. I wrote the book, Sell 100 Homes a Year, because I've averaged 135 homes a year every year while I was in real estate. I haven't been teaching, though, I haven't been selling actively for about 6 years, because now I'm a real estate coach. And I love my passion is marketing. I since the day one of getting in real estate, I was a marketer at heart. And because of my marketing mind, I was able to sell 69 houses my first year in real estate as a solo agent. So I love marketing, and I believe that marketing is attraction, and he who markets the most will always win. You don't have to be the best skilled. If you're a better marketer, you will always be on top if you continue to do it consistently, right? So we want to think about the reason why people advertise on the Super Bowl and they spend $7 million for a 30-second commercial is because they know the power of marketing. If you think about all, like Google marketed during the Super Bowl, all these big brands, because they understand the power of attention. And I'll give you an example. This is kind of crazy, but my husband and I, like every 2 weeks, we'll get this little text message from Round Table that says, hey, $21.99 large pizza and, some Coke. And like, we will go almost, he's like, get the text. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Like once or twice a month, we'll go to Round Table just from getting that little text message reminder, because it's like, it's right in our face. Okay. So what I want to talk to you about now is how I have been able to have multiple businesses that have been very successful, all because of marketing in a different way. And I want you to think about yourself. And first of all, it's really simple. Okay. All you need is a phone. Does everybody here have a phone? We all have a phone, right? You just need a phone, right? That's it. We all have one of those. And I want you to think about something. We are, I call it a community market leader. Your job is to become a community market leader. Anytime somebody thinks about real estate or thinks about their community, you want them to be thinking about you. And I know if you're like me, when I was a real estate agent, I loved making people happy. My clients loved me, but there would be times where I'd be in Costco or Walmart and people would be like, Krista, we sold our house. We're so excited. And I'd be like, dang it, you didn't use me. And they loved me, but they forgot about me, right? Or you're at your neighborhood and all of a sudden when you see it as a sign at your neighborhood and the first thing you do is go, what the heck? Why didn't they use me, right? You're mad. And then you go grab the flyer and then you realize it's my fault that they didn't pick me because I let them forget about me. When you market appropriately, you make it to where it's impossible for people to forget about you. Okay. So would you like me to show you something that I have been doing for the past year and teaching my students that I just did this yesterday. It took me 30 minutes. And this is a way that you can dominate any neighborhood. Would that be helpful? Everyone say yes. Okay, good. Even if you're a brand new agent, never sold a house before, this can work for you. All right. Experienced agent, this can work for you. If you want to take over a neighborhood and there's already somebody in that neighborhood, this can work for you. All right. So I want you to think about, so yesterday, every month, for a long time, my brother and I do our community videos. And what that looks like is this. So we pick neighborhoods, okay, and I'll show you. And we just create content on those neighborhoods. And where do they go? I love this. Here we go. Here they are. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll choose a neighborhood, and then we will do a market update every single month on that neighborhood. Everybody here knows what Zoom is because you're on Zoom. You all know what Zoom is, right? You guys are like halfway there. You're halfway ready to be able to do this. So what we do is we go onto Zoom and we'll choose a neighborhood and we create information about that neighborhood. And I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. So as you can see here, We've got Deer Ridge, a seller and a buyer report. Garin Ranch, different neighborhood. The city of Oakley. Sterling Preserve is a area in Brentwood. Shadow Lakes, a neighborhood in Brentwood. And East County is the entire thing. So what we'll do is we will create a video that talks about the specific neighborhood. I'll show you. Hey, Garin Ranch, it's Krista Mashore here.
I'm Josh Vitale.
We are with EXP and the Mashore Group, and we are here to give you your Garin Ranch and Brentwood market update for November so you can see exactly what is. Now, this is what's important about noticing this. It mentions the city and the date. This is your Garin Ranch November market update, okay? I'm specifically talking about them and it's current and it's local. Research shows that the more hyper-specific information is, the more it will convert. What's going on? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to share my screen here. Here we go. Pull this up. So here's what's happening right here in Garin Ranch. Now understand that your home obviously is based upon condition, upgrade, size, location, all of those things. And we know that Garin Ranch is really different. There's some older homes, some newer homes, and in each pocket of neighborhoods, the prices do vary. So based upon your own home, if you'd like a better analysis, just reach out to us and we can get in touch with you. Also, if you'd like to get a copy of our book, What to Expect When Selling Your Home in East County, reach out for a free copy. So this is showing here, all of the reds are what is actually sold, okay? The P are what's pending, and the in yellow, and the A are active. And if you look here on the map, you can see exactly where these homes are in relationship to where your home is. Now I'll kind of go down here. Here are all the solds. Notice this is saying the date that it actually sold, how many bedrooms there are, how many bathrooms, the square footage here. Now you'll notice this is like the average square foot, the average price point, and the average price per square foot. And know that the bigger the home is, typically the lower the price per square footage is. Also, single-story homes typically do tend to sell for more. And of course, upgrades and all that stuff makes a difference on the price. This is showing you exactly what's pending. And feel free to stop this. You can see your home. Feel free to stop the map above as well. So again, bedrooms, bathroom square footage, the average square footage is 2262. That is pending. The average price that is that's pending at 727,000. We won't know what it actually sold for, the average sold price, until it actually closes escrow. And here are what is active right now.
And you can see there with the active ones, the 2,500 square foot one was like upwards of 900, but the 1,500 square foot was quite a bit less. So just take that in consideration. But what's nice about Garin Ranch is you can find your property and get a pretty good idea as to what your property be value at. But you want a detailed one, give us a call. But what we wanted to do now is...
Okay, now, this ending, what I want to show you with this ending, okay, is we recorded this ending of the city one time and attached this video to the other 4 neighborhoods. So now I'm giving a specific neighborhood update. That took me 3 minutes. You saw that. Then I'm doing the city update, and I'm attaching the city update as well. I have to do it one time. I use it 4. Okay? On Zoom. You all have Zoom. You all have access to the MLS. You can pull up the MLS. You can share your screen. You can do, that's all I did. No fancy equipment, just me and Zoom. We all know how to use it because we are in love with Zoom, okay? So I'll keep on finishing this and we'll keep going. Where did it go? Do you want to keep seeing it, or do you guys get the point? And I can keep going. What do you guys want to do? You want to see the rest, or?
Yeah, let's see the rest if you can. I love it. This is awesome.
Problem.
It's so simple. That's what I love about it.
So simple.
It's easy and simple. We can all do it.
Exactly right. That's the point. That's the point. But simple, you still have to do the work, right? We still have to do the work. Oop, that's the wrong one. I can show you guys that if I can get to that too. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to grab it. There we go.
Well, that's okay. Then you give the city stats.
I found it. Yeah. Just so they could see. I want them to see how simple it is, actually.
Of this video, we have 105 active homes in Brentwood. We have 50 that are pending and 30 that have recently been sold. The list price is about $820,000, with the sold price of $827,000. And an average days on market of 30 days. And that's pretty about average right now. You can see it throughout. They were up pretty high last January, but they've kind of averaged out to about 30 days on market.
Yeah. And you'll notice that sometimes you'll see some outliers like, oh my gosh, this is Why is it $963,000 here and only $827 here? And the reason for that is just because sometimes there's a home that sells, maybe it's in Sterling Preserve or, a nicer neighborhood. It sells for a lot of money. Well, that obviously changes the average.
Yeah. So if you want a detailed analysis, you want to know what the top few things that you can do to get your best return on your investment, reach out to us, give us a call. We'd love to assist you.
Yep. I know this. People are still selling. They're still buying. Their buyers are still out there. Interest rates have gone down a little bit and we're here to help you. So give us a call and have a great day. Now, a couple of things you'll notice with this, right, is that it shows that I've been doing the research the whole year. All right. Which elevates my authority. Now, then this is a specific Brentwood market update. This is a little bit nice. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I'm just going to give you an example. Hey everyone, Krista Mashore with Homes by Krista. Oh, that's the wrong one there. Here we go. This is like talking about marketing. Here's the local market update. This is just recent. We just did this one. Your local East County market update. Hello, East County. Can you believe that we're in the last month of the year? So what's the latest housing data for East County? Okay. Then we've got information about the actual city, right? A copy of our book. Again, and notice that it's very hyper specific. What to sell when you're selling your East County home. Okay. It's specific to them. Neighborhood information. So this is how I market. And this is how I marketed when I was a full-time agent, right? We utilized funnels, we utilized video, we utilized landing pages, and we made sure we got that information in front of people. So I want you to think about something. I now can create a QR code, which I'm going to show you this too. You guys are going to love this stuff, okay? Escape. I'm sorry, I just geek out over these kind of things. So now I can utilize, somebody sees me on social media. All right. I'm creating video content specific about the neighborhood, not always saying, look at me, I'm number one, I'm the best, not always just listed, not always just sold, although we do that sometimes, right? But talking about what's happening in the market updates, talking about what's happening. Now I can create a QR code through every door direct. All right. And I can have this QR code that goes directly to that funnel that I just showed you. And I can use every door direct and spend a few $100s and reach 1,000 people and make sure that I show up in front of them. Okay, here's an example like step away from the package, scan me. This is the kind of marketing that I do, right? My brother still does it, not to the event that I did because, it's me. But I want you to see how doing things differently. Now, let's just say I go on a listing presentation and I'm competing with other agents, and all of a sudden I'm competing with an agent in Deer Ridge, and I send them to my Deer Ridge funnel, all about Deer Ridge. I'm competing with somebody in Garen Ranch. I send them to my Garen Ranch funnel. I'm competing with a buyer. I send them to buyer. This is information about buyer, right? It's the same thing. I just change it a little bit. Buyer, new construction, right? I just make this more buyer specific. So I create these videos thinking about buying, what to expect when buying, home buying first, 10 must when buying. It's like I can create one piece of content one time and I can redistribute it for multiple uses, specific to multiple neighborhoods, multiple areas. So when somebody calls me to list their home in that neighborhood, boom, I send them that. Who is going to win? I am winning before I arrive. It's like, and then I'm dropping off a copy of my book. I'm dropping off, I'll show you what else I drop. Before the listing, I'm dropping off, my box. And my box has another QR code to it, right? Inside the box, I've got information all about, like, I'm doing things that are different, right? I give them a copy of my marketing plan. Like, this is the kind of thing that you can do, but it all starts with social media. It starts with me putting content out there, running an ad behind it, spending $100 and getting 100,000 people to see it, getting 30 or 40 or 100 or 500 hours of people watching the video content, doing that every single month and seeing me over and over again. And then choosing a neighborhood and that's going to be my neighborhood. I'm going to talk about things to do in the neighborhood, what's nearby, different restaurants, dog parks, school scores, the whole 9 yards. And then I'm going to take that information. I'm going to create a landing page. I call it a funnel, right? Where I'm going to be give them everything. Now, let's just say that seems too complicated. Could you create a video in a specific market and create a QR code and do what I just showed you to do? Could you take that QR code, put that QR code on just on your regular Facebook page or whatever else, and direct that traffic to that update of that city? Notice we have cities too, because where I live, it's like within a 30-mile radius, there's 4 cities, and we specialize in Brentwood, so I specialize in specific areas in Brentwood. Okay, can you see how this can work for you? And how if you were to like right now, it's a new year, and right now, if you keep doing what you've done the past 5 years, I don't think everyone's going to be able to last that. But if you can make a commitment to market yourself and outbeat your competitors, giving yourself the competitive advantage by being different and unique, right? And innovative, it could be a whole different 12 months from now. Okay. I mean, that took me 30 minutes to do yesterday. I promise you 30 minutes. Now, I didn't do the comps, but you're good at doing comps. It doesn't take long. You just go into the MLS, you outline the city through the, whatever that thing, Polygon, you pull up the comps, you get on Zoom, you say, how you doing? You share your screen, save the video, upload it to a landing page or a QR code, and then you just utilize that. Now I have that content. A seller calls me from that area, I send it to him. Buyer calls me, send it to him. Right? I'm just doing everything I can to elevate my authority. And you can do that if you've never even sold a house before. You can be a brand new agent and do that. And guess what? Perception is reality. They will never know, because it seems as though you are busy because you are doing what no one else is doing. You're competing with other agents. You're going to knock it out of the park. Okay. Now, when you start creating content, all you need is this. You don't need anything fancy. You just need your cell phone and to go out and start talking about what's happening in the area. Right? You go to a nice restaurant. Oh my gosh, I'm here at, Baker's Burgers, and I'm eating a chicken chili cheese dog, and it's so good. And I just want to let you know, it's amazing. Just, have a great day. You're not even talking about real estate or you. Now you accompany that marketing with what I just showed you. And then all of a sudden you decide, I'm going to send out a QR code with a neighborhood update or a market update or a local city update or interviewing a local business or whatever it might be. Now all of a sudden they start seeing you everywhere. This is how a brand new agent dominates. And this is how somebody can beat a top producer. Okay? Because perception, I see it happen all the time. And this is how you outlast this market. This is how you outlast it. It doesn't matter about the inventory. Doesn't matter about interest rates. People are still buying, selling, dying, getting married, getting divorced, having babies, wanting new schools. It is still happening. In fact, I have the data to show that we're not even down that much. And with the amount of agents leaving the market, you're pretty much where you were last year. Because people are leaving. And even though there's less people selling, there's more people leaving. So it's just a matter of you just have to take more market share. How do you take more market share? Think like a marketer. You want to be a top producer? You be a top marketer. What's the best way to market? Where everybody's at. Where is everybody at? They're on social media. But here's the deal. Because it's so easy to get attention, it's never been harder, right? So that means you need to pay for exposure. You need to pay. Attention is currency. And we're going to think about attention as currency. Getting exposure is money. So if you're just posting on your business page, posting on your Facebook page and doing that kind of thing, like less than 1% of people are seeing it. To prove this, tonight go home, look at your Facebook group page, look at your partner's Facebook page. 2 totally different things. My husband's getting race cars, motorcycles. I'm getting marketing, houses, because Facebook and these algorithms only put in front of you what you're interacting with. So how do you beat that? How do you beat the system? Instead of going out and buying a $10 cup of coffee, put that $10 towards a Facebook ad. Market that ad directly to your city.
Let me jump in. We have a few questions. Oh my gosh. You know what, Krista? You are the Taylor Swift of marketing. I'm not kidding you. You're amazing. So
I love it.
We've got one question here. Are you just pulling the report data from the MLS? Yep. And then the next one is, what platform are you using to create the graphics and the music in your videos?
Oh my gosh, guys, there are so many right now. So So here's the thing is that I have a full-time video editor, but when I started, I would go to Fiverr or these other sites, right? But there was like, Jimmy, come here. What are the names of my videographers here? He'll help you. There's like so free, cheap, easy. Give them some video, like some apps they could use for editing videos for.
Oh yeah, hi guys. So actually,
Artificial intelligence
has a video editing software that you guys can use. If you guys can write it down, or Krista can write it in the chat. One of them is Opus Pro. That one edits.
.ai.
Yeah. .ai.
Opus Pro. Sorry, it's OPUS. OPOS, right?
Yeah, OPUS. Yeah, I think that's right.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, and then you guys can Google that.
VIDYO.ai.
Yeah,
.ai. Look at these. I'm spelled the wrong. Sorry.
And then also Canva actually edits videos too. That's a good one.
Canva.ai is amazing.
Yeah.
People, artificial intelligence team are the best.
Yeah.
We could do like a whole training on AI. Like we are obsessed with AI over here, and it's not a bad thing. It's so easy and so great and so good. It saves so much time. Like VIDYO, you can take a video from your phone, okay? Put it into VIDYO. It will take that video and give you the exact size and everything you need to put it for Instagram, YouTube, Reels, Shorts, TikTok. And then it will put the actual, your font on there and colors and everything in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I swear, we do it all the time. I'm like obsessed with AI, you guys. I'm just like a tweak about it. I've been hiring people, paying for classes. we're going crazy. Okay. I just used the MLS. Pull up the MLS. I like Cloud CMA. It's free from my thing. So what you saw was Cloud CMA. I have that spreadsheet. What I can do, Tom, is I can get you a copy of that spreadsheet if you guys would like it. And you can see like at the bottom of it, there's different like sections. You'll have to make a copy of it. So I'll give you my copy, but you'll make a copy of it to use it and change it for yourself. And here's the thing, when you use something like that, you're showing that you care about the market, you're researching, you're analyzing. You can go back and say, hey, look, back in January, this happened. It shows that you're keeping track. And as you do this, I'm not kidding you, 30 minutes yesterday to do 4 cities and 4 neighborhoods, 30 minutes. That's all it took.
Let me ask real quick. How do you get the emails for the neighborhood that you send a link to every month?
So we run ads. I'll run ads on Facebook directing traffic. And then we'll do an every door direct QR code and send it to the neighborhood with the QR code specific directing traffic to the funnel.
Awesome.
And then we keep it in our phone. So if a buyer or seller calls us, I click that link for that funnel and I send it to them right after we talk. I'm going on a listing appointment, that gets sent. It's a part of our workflow for listing appointments, but.
This is amazing. If any of you have any other questions, pop them in the chat or speak up, because I just love the fact, Krista says we have to differentiate ourselves, and Krista takes action. She's a humble implementer. So how about a few other nuggets or hacks or something else you'd love to share with us? We have about 5 more minutes, Krista.
Yeah. So, and I've got an event I can give you guys a free ticket to if you guys want to go. Yeah. So Kristen, Tom, I'll get you a free ticket to our 3-day virtual event where we go into this like in massive greater detail. It's 3 days. It's virtual. It's from like 8 to 2:30. And we like teach you way more. Okay. This is going to be really basic and you're going to think this is too basic, but sometimes easy and simple is not always easy because you have to actually do it. Right. So I can tell you that if you start to use your cell phone to do a video text message, a personal video text message to people, and you just grab your phone and you start with A in your contacts, or you go to your Facebook and you start with the first person in your Facebook, people in your Facebook, and you go into their page and you're like, okay, Courtney just went to this really cool training that Krista did. I noticed that. So I'm going to grab my phone and go, Courtney, it's Krista. I saw you did this awesome training. Just want to let you know, I was thinking about you, wanted to say hi. Anyways, you were on my mind. Have a great day. And by the way, I'm trying to stay more in touch with people, so you're going to hear from me more often. I didn't ask for referral. I didn't ask for business. I said her name. I made it personal. you will pick up on average. We've been able to I have a gal that picked up over $10 million of real estate, gross sales just from video text message alone. I have hundreds of testimonials from people that say video text message. 10 a day, 5 days a week. 10 a day, 5 days a week. It'll take you about 10 minutes. But what happens is, oh my gosh, Matthew, I am selling my house. I'm so glad you called. It's the perfect time. Oh my goodness, Kim, my brother is buying a house. He was just asking, I forgot about you. Let me give you their number. It happens. But the point is, you have to say their name, say something personal. Do not ask for business. Do not ask for referrals. I get a whiteboard. It's over here. I'll show you. I get a whiteboard like this. Ooh, I put their name on it. I'll show you real quick.
So while you're doing that, if someone wants
Tom, click here. And then he clicks and then boom, he's not afraid to open it.
I love it. So how do we get your training and your classes? Can you type it into the link here if you don't mind? Type it in.
Yeah, I'll just give me 1 second and I'll grab it for you. I'll just stick on. Do you guys, is this just 30 minutes?
Yeah. So, but you can go longer if you have a few more minutes.
Can I please get the free link for Unstoppable Agent for a free ticket, please, as soon as possible? Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I can see it. Okay, more questions. What else can I help you guys with? Here's what you guys need to know is that, let me give you an example of things that you can do that are different. If there's questions, I'll answer them. But when I first got into the business, okay, I was at a point in my career, I just was starting and I had to make it work. Okay. I just bought in a brand new house. I left my full-time teaching job because my daughter got sick. And within a few months, my husband was having an affair and emptied his bank accounts and left us. Okay. So I had to make it work. So I was like, okay, how am I going to do this? So I started looking at what other people were doing outside of the real estate industry, as well as inside of the real estate industry. Okay. So I'll give you an example inside the real estate industry. People were doing like, if they had a listing, they would do a black and white flyer, maybe. So I did 4-page colored flyers and they were cut in color, 4 pages. And then I took like a CD. Some of you don't know what those are, Courtney, and like put a CD on on the sign with like 50 pictures in it and put a label on it. Right. And then I took out money. I got a loan and I took out money so I could advertise on the moving buses. And then I hired a videographer a little bit later on, and it was like $3,000 or $6,000. It was so much money. And he did a 30-second commercial, and I put that commercial at the movie theaters. Okay. This is 15 years ago. I did that. Do you know that people still tell me, Krista, I see you at the movie theaters? I haven't been at the movie theaters for like 8 years. Right. But it's because it was different and innovative. All right. So I learned early on, I've got to market myself on the buses, on the movie theaters, right? On everywhere. And that's how I was able to sell 69 houses my first year. And then the next year, 100 homes. And every year thereafter was because I became a marketer and I was a damn good realtor on top of it, right? I took great care of my people, but it all started with marketing. In fact, there's something called, let me just pull this up. This is really important because I need to understand like how business works and why most businesses and real estate agents fail. Okay. And this is why, pull this up, because they don't think about every single aspect of their business. Now, your business is a complete business and you have to treat it like one. So for example, marketing and branding is the backbone behind any business. Okay. If you are a good marketer, you will generate higher quality leads. You don't just want leads, you want high quality leads. And when you market appropriately and you know who you're marketing to, you can generate higher quality leads. And when you nurture those leads, you put the right information in front of those leads. You say, okay, you're a seller, you're going to get seller information. You're a buyer, you're going to get buyer information. You're interested in this neighborhood, I'm going to get that to you. I'm going to put you in my CRM. I'm going to tag you buyer, seller, credit repair, VA, a move up, move down. And then when I'm nurturing, I'm going to have a much more likeliness to convert because I knew who I was marketing to, generating higher quality leads, giving those leads and nurturing those leads with information that was pertinent to them. So I'm more likely to convert. Then all I have to do is make sure I do a really good job, right? But then I still have to make sure that if I want to refer my clients, retain them, get them to resell with me, I have to remember my marketing and branding cycle because I need to keep showing up. Matthew, you're yawning. I need to keep showing up in front of them. Right? I want to get more referrals, retain more clients. I will, as long as I continue to show up and market to them. It is imperative in your, okay, I found it. Yay. Hold on a second here. Let me tell you this. Can you please email that to me real quick? And it's like, does that make sense, everybody? So, the reason why, if you have big gaps, you might be the best agent in the world. But if you don't know how to market, you're not going to get as many opportunities to be a good agent. You might be really good at generating leads, but you have to nurture those leads. Okay, it all goes hand in hand. And I have that link so I can give it to you for the free thing. Does anybody have any questions on that? Any questions? You guys are like, Krista's super hyper. I am. I love teaching. This is kind of like what I do that I love to do. And go ahead.
I do have a question. So
Perfect.
How do you make sure that, let's say you get them on a social media, Facebook, you follow them and you pop in front of them on their TikTok and all the other platforms? Is there a program you use for that?
So I use Facebook's, I use Facebook's ads manager account. So I run ads. So I target people and retarget people. So somebody will see a video of mine and then I'll say, they watch this video, show them more. And then I can also tell Facebook through the ads manager account, find me people who like to watch videos. Find me people who like to engage. And then what I do is I take that data and let me just show you guys one more thing because I want you to understand like how powerful it is to differentiate yourself. 3 minute. You guys are like, I did this kind of off the hook, but not in a bad way, but in a good way, meaning I did this to where I didn't want to show you a bunch of boring slides. I wanted to kind of like teach and train. So I run Facebook ads, but then what I do when I run these ads, I utilize the data to show the seller before I even get there why they should list with me. Okay. So if you look at this on 933, I put a link in, you guys can click on that. I would do a watch party, Dave. Have your people do a watch party, invite anybody you want, any of your friends, family, realtors, people in your organization. So I'm going to stop this as I'm playing so that I can say a few things to you so you really understand the power of this when you do it well.
Your home deserves it, and your home deserves maximum exposure. We need to expose your home to the thousands, not just the few.
You need to expose yourself to the thousands, not just the few as well.
We do this by thinking outside of the box and by using a highly comprehensive digital marketing strategy that we have yet to see any other agents utilize in our area. We focus on innovation, technology, video, and social media. And here's the kicker, and where most agents fail. We use them the right way. Now, what do I mean by the right way? Well, according to the National Association of Realtors, only 16% of agents are using social media. But from my extensive research, we found that less than 1% across the nation are actually using it correctly. Many agents are using the buzz term that they use social media and technology. However, agents who have not been trained in this comprehensive digital marketing strategy are just doing things like posting on their personal page or posting on their business page. But that just is not enough. You see, Facebook is a business and they make their money from people advertising on Facebook. So to properly expose your property, you have to run ad campaigns. This ensures that massive amounts of people actually see your home.
It's the same thing for you. If you're just posting on these sites, nobody's seeing you, but when you put money behind it, then you get results like I'm going to show you in a second. And pay attention to this because this is powerful and this is how you go from being average agent to superstar.
Here are just a few examples of what I mean by this. If you look at the number right here, you'll see where it says reach. Well, that's the number of people that are actually seeing this advertisement for this home. Can you imagine the power of having over 132,000 people actually seeing your home online? And here's another example showing 76,000 views. That's a lot, isn't it?
That's the same thing for you. Imagine you continually being able to be seen that much.
We create amazing landing pages of our homes on social media, and we use video when doing so. According to Orion 21, landing pages with video have up to 800% more conversions than the same landing page without a video.
If you want 800% more conversions, start doing video.
Here's another crazy statistic I think you should hear about. According to the National Association of Realtors, 67% of buyers are going to walk through a home that they see online. So you can only imagine how important it is that I expose your home to as many prospective buyers online as I can. Because if 67% of people that see your home are likely to walk through it, then it's my fiduciary obligation to make sure that I expose your home to the masses. Also, we can target your specific home to people both locally and out of the area. This is called geographic detailed targeting. We do this not only on Facebook, but also on various other social media platforms. Here's another example of just a few properties.
Now, I want you to think about this. So I'm going to a listing appointment and I'm showing them that I get 394 hours, 555 hours of watch time exposure to their house. This is actually how many hours people watch this video. Okay. Now my competitor's saying, oh, and then I just did a new video that shows like we beat Zillow by like 100,000, 87,000. Like we show, here's Zillow, here's us, right?
Properties that we advertised, and you can see the amount of hours that people were watching the videos. That's so much more powerful than just doing an open house, which typically only attracts looky-loo buyers and of course your neighbors, right?
So
Your home deserves it.
So the idea of that last part was if you want to do open houses, you wouldn't say something like that. But I didn't do open houses. I showed them why everyone else is saying to do an open house, and I'm saying why they're not effective. Everyone else is saying to do brokerage tour. I'm saying why it's not effective, right? I'm literally going against the grain because we all know that it's bullcrap. I mean, and I just tell them and they go, thank God I don't want to do open house, right? Like, I'm like, when you're doing a broker tour, everyone's calling their broker friend saying, come give me your card so I can show that you were there. You've all done it. I have done it too. So when I speak to that to somebody, they're like, oh man, it makes sense. So the idea is to try to be as different as possible. So any more questions? So that's the kind of thing. So that video that I send is a 14-minute long video. The whole video is all about that. And I send that to seller before I go there so that when I get there, I've already pretty much won the listing. I call it winning before you arrive.
That's
awesome. This is great. So y'all sign up for Krista's class.
It's free.
Any final nuggets before we roll, Krista? Thanks again.
I'll tell you this, you can do it. It's just a matter of, I'm 52. Okay. I'm not exactly a millennial. And I know they have it much easier because but anything can be taught. Anything can be learned. And if you just make it your mission to utilize innovation and technology and harness it to elevate your authority and elevate your status, you will win more. You will make more money, right? And right now, you just need to get more market share is all you need to do. Anything can be learned. All right. Thanks for having me, Tom.
Awesome.
Hope this is
Thank
helpful.
you so much, Krista. I appreciate you. Love you. Let me know
too. You guys are awesome. Okay,
Thanks,
bye.
everyone. Have a great day. See you later.